Welcome to This Week in Weiss Schwarz. Wait, I didn't clap. Welcome to This Week in Weiss Schwarz, where we talk about Weiss Schwarz news and cards of the day. Before we get started, let's get some housekeeping stuff out of the way. Over on the second channel, I got a new vlog where we do some dumb stuff involving Bang Dream. Go check it out if you haven't yet, and please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. The second thing is, look at these lights behind me. Yeah, it's really cool. My girl put them up, and everybody say something nice in the comments about the lights. My girl worked really hard putting these up. You're not allowed to continue this video until you have done so. And with that, let's get on with the news. We're gonna start off with the English news. Alright, except for you. You haven't said anything nice yet. There we go, thank you. Either way, we're starting off with the English news. Bushiroad is going to have their own TCG conference on Friday, October 22nd. So they did do one in the past for Anime Expo, but honestly, that was pretty hype. So you know the drill. We're gonna do a pre-stream and then we're gonna have the full stream as well. We're gonna treat this as a Japanese conference, so we're gonna have our speculation list. This one's gonna be a little different. We're gonna have two separate lists. What we think is gonna come to English Weiss Schwarz and what we think is going to be the English exclusive set. This is going to be an interesting one. Friday, October 22nd, the pre-stream will be at 6 p.m. Pacific, and 2 hours later, we will watch the whole stream together. Also, I am speculating that Different Fight is going to probably be invited back as well. Nah, just kidding. It's Aina Aiba. She's going to be there. But you know what would have been great? Having a Weiss Schwarz YouTuber with almost, like, let's say, 1,200 subs also joining the call. That'd be pretty cool. You have my Twitter handle. Up next is that word on the street is that we're actually getting a reprint for Slime Volume 1. There's a lot of game stores confirming this, so before you go buying up those Shizus or, God forbid, these Millims, wait. For the love of God, wait. But get your Slime Volume 2 stuff now. It is super cheap. At least not, like, depending on the store you get them from, they're extremely reasonable. Thank you again, dumb investors, for bringing those prices down once again. Fire sell that shit, my friend. Fire sell it all. You don't need all those extra cards. Fire sell it. We're off to the Japanese news. Remember in this episode where we talked about the Hololive production Weiss Schwarz and Rebirth for You TCG Festival? Well, there was a tournament, obviously, and we have the winning decks. So this tournament was trios split between 2 blocks between 2 separate days. So there's a total of 12 decks as the champions. I'm not going to show off all the decks because it's a lot, so I'm going to leave a link in the description and in the comment section. So day 1 is pure Hololive. Your trios can only enter using Hololive decks. Day 2 is mixed, but one person has to play Hololive production. You could probably guess what 4 decks are going to be topping in day 2. But either way, some of the more overrepresented climax combos is the Okayu level 1, Coco level 3, the Sora Gold Bar Standby combo, you know what I'm talking about, and the Aqua. Those are the most level 3 combos that I have seen. And side note, day 2 champion for block A, the Hololive deck was actually a pure Gen 5 deck, so that's a little interesting. Now, Gen 5 is good in its own right, do not get me wrong. But seeing the teammates that they had in the trio, I think Gen 5 was the one that kind of was bringing that team down. They still won though. They were still the champions of their block, but I could see where the actual tops were from. Makes sense if you click on the link, so please do. Second up is World Trigger is currently out, so let's take a peek at those stamped cards. As you can see, there are no signed cards in this set. I am working on a whole video talking about some of the cards in World Trigger, so be on the lookout for that on Wednesday. And now, let's get on with the cards. We're going to start off with the least controversial set, Danmachi. Again, I'm really sorry about the extremely low card art. Dungeon Exploration, oh geez, these are getting more and more pixelated. I feel like I'm in a BST thread on the global page, Jesus. Dungeon Exploration Lily states that at the start of your opponent's draw phase, mill the top card of your deck. If it's a level 1 or higher character, bounce this back to your hand. And on play from hand, your opponent declares a level. Mill the top card of your deck. If it is the level milled, draw cards equal to that level +1. So I know what you're thinking, but Lunchbox, my opponent's gonna call level 2 because we don't really run level 2s in a deck. Oi, baka. Hanashi o kite kudasai. This is why you need to sub to my channel and why you need to watch all of my videos, because if you watched a previous video of This Week in Weiss Schwarz, you know that your main combo is going to be the level 2 restander. You would have known that already, Sorry, Dad's a little mad. Level 2, you're gonna be running in this deck. So even if your opponent doesn't know that, if they call level 2, there's still a good chance that you're gonna be hitting a level 2 and drawing 3. Oh man, this is such a coin flip though. A 4-sided coin flip. But why is this important? It's because of those mills. Same with the bouncing back in your hand. You get a mill and you gain hand advantage as well. It's a solid card. Speaking of level 2s, Advisor for Labyrinth Exploration Aina is a level 3 supporter, 2k forward, and rest this card. If you have an event in your waiting room, choose a character and they gain anti-backup and anti-counter. That's very nice. I would like if it was just a level assist, that way your bells can actually get some support as well, but this is still pretty decent. We do not know what events you're going to be running, so in a vacuum, this is good. So depending on the events, it's either going to be amazing or bad, but now it's just right in the middle. Formidable Street Girl Seer, hey man, don't call her that, dude. She's like trying her best, come on. At the start of your climax phase, you give 1k power to a character and act, pay 1, rest this card. Choose a character and they gain on reverse salvage. Pretty solid. This is live throughout your entire game. And if you know that you're going to be guaranteeing some reverses, like let's say you're going to be at level 2 and you're hitting a level 0, why not plus a little? Gale Ryu, who is my personal favorite character, her sole effect is climax combo, experience. On attack, if you have Luminous Wind in play and your experience is 2 or more, you could ditch a card, top check 3, and add up to 3 characters. The climax is a 1k1 and a gold bar when triggered. Dude, this is amazing. I mean, come on, of course. It's a Ryu Lion card. Of course it's going to be amazing. You're going to be playing gold bar, and this is a great way to fix your hand. This is great, but it's going to be at 16k power on a climax. That is the downside, but I think I could live with that. Play the Seer, get this to 7k. Here's another climax combo. Proof of Trust Hestia is a stock heal, and she gains 1k power for each other character in your back row. Hint, hint. Climax combo. On attack, if you have I Will Make You Win in play, choose one of your characters and they gain a soul, and the following ability for the turn. Once per turn, on cancel, burn 2. The climax is a 1k1 and an arch when triggered. That is super solid. You are able to give it to itself, so you're going to be swinging for heavy, so the cancel burn is going to be a nice addition. Because it's on attack, give a character cancel burn 1. I suggest running 2 souls in the front row and 1 soul in the front. So pretty much 2 Hestias and like one other like 1 soul character. So that way you're going to be swinging for 3 with the cancel burn, 3 with the Hestia that gave out the cancel burn, and maybe like a Hestia or like another level 3, but actually, hey, you know what? The Hestia, swing with 4 plus whatever you trigger, and yeah, cancel burn right there. You're going to be fine because that's pretty much game. Plan B is you tri-field with the 4-2, 4-2, and 4-2. Actually, you know what? That's plan A. Tri-field these Hestias, who gives a shit? We are monkeys on this channel, and we just discovered fire. And now, we're not going to talk about the Sakura combo yet. We're going to talk about the SP cards in Zombieland Saga. Except for the Sakura. We'll get there soon, do not worry. So the SP art is beautiful, and I wish that was the SSP art, but hey, whatever. I'm in the market for a Saki SP card though. If anybody, you have my Twitter. DM me please. Here's the art for the Sakura, by the way. Legendary Kamikaze Squad Leader Saki states that when this is reversed in battle, top check 3, add a character. Add a character if you revealed 1 or more cards, then you ditch a card. Nice, that is really solid. This is live during either player's turn, and what is nice is that when this is reversed by an opponent's character, you could top check only 1, because if you're going to top check 3, you're increasing your chances of revealing a climax and missing out on a cancel. That's actually a pro tip right there. That is how most people play these effects. Either way, this is great hand fixing, increasing deck speed, and it's on a 2k5 body, which is pretty good as well. Legendary Heisei Idol Eye states that when this is played from hand or by the effect of Best Life Junko, you heal, and climax combo. When you play Lovely Bride, this is in the front row and you have 2 other characters, choose one of your characters and they gain 1k power and the following ability. On reverse, pay 1, ditch 1, birth 3. We currently do not have the climax. That is pretty good, but we are missing some pieces, specifically the Best Life Junko. The cost is pretty cheap, and it's actually the same cost of the Sakura from last week. Solid card, I like it. Try field these, and it's like you're attacking 3 extra times. Also, it is on reverse, so you're most likely going to have the stock for the burn effect. Plus, on top of that, we are assuming you're running this with a gold bar because of Legendary Show Idol Junko gains 1 key power during your turn and climax combo. On attack, if you have Initiator of the Idol Boom and another character, you could ditch a card, salvage a character, and this card gains front attack bounce until the end of your opponent's turn. Oh my god, there has not been any bad cards in this set so far. You're going to fix your hand, which again, like I mentioned with the Ryu, you're going to be using this in a gold bar, so that's a great way to fix your hand, which is actually pretty damn crazy. So cards that bounce back into your hands usually don't plus you. Like they just, that's like the only climax combo effect. Like, yeah, maybe they gain power, maybe it's like a coin flip like effect, but this is like ditch a card, salvage. Well, you know, this isn't plussing per se, you're breaking even, but it's better than nothing. This is great. This is fucking great. And I am speculating this is on a gold bar and arch because the early play enabler Junko is probably going to be blue, but we might as well run this Junko. That way we get the 3-2 in our hand. Now, if that early play Junko enabler is on that climax combo for the eye, I should probably stop talking there. I don't want to give Bushiroad any ideas. Legendary Courtesan Yugiri states that when this card is played from your hand, top check your deck, and if it's a character or the event Fate's Revenge, burn 1. And climax combo, on attack, if you have Vacation Swimsuit in play, you could pay 2, burn 1, and this gains 3 key power until the end of your opponent's turn. This is pretty decent. It's not the best per se, but on play from hand, burn 1, super solid. You're probably going to be running this without running the climax combo as a just in case. Legendary Child Actress Prodigy Lily is a searching Riki, and when your opponent plays a climax, stock this card. It's a solid card. Play it, get the effect, toss it in your back row, and then you wait. The final SP is Legendary Tai. On play from hand, rest one of your characters, your opponent shuffles their waiting room back into their deck, -1 climax. And on attack, you could pay 1, ditch 1. Choose up to 3 characters and they gain 500 power and a soul. And her last effect is that if the current date is March 8th and both players are in the Saga Prefecture, this gains 10k power. So the Fumio effect is super free. It's just on play, rest the character to activate it, which is really, really good. Usually those effects are a pay 1. So you're saving that pay 1 for the... What was its other effect? Hold up, what? So for one specific day in the year, if you're in a specific place, this card is gonna go to 20k5. So I hope there is a title cup in the Saga Prefecture on this day. Like, this card is going to be a mandatory 4 of if there is a title cup on that day in the Saga Prefecture. Bro, like, even if you live in Tokyo, this effect won't pop off. You have to be in the Saga Prefecture. I fucking love this card. Ah, man. If you like the content that I make, please consider becoming a YouTube member, or if you want to donate to me directly, use my Ko-fi link in the description. Please, I need to buy a plane ticket to Japan so this effect could activate. This is so fucking funny. I can't be the only one that loves this. This is now my favorite card in all of Weiss Schwarz. Also, you know, its other effects are great and whatever, who cares. Also, her character sign. Oh my god, it's her thumb. I love this set so much. It's absolutely bananas. Okay. Let's talk about Sakura. We are going to start off with the event, Revenge on Fate. This states that you could play up to 7 of these, and then you could play this card without fulfilling the color requirement. And its main effect is on play, top check 3, add a character, send the rest to the waiting room, and then choose one of the following effects. Discard a character, salvage this card, or choose a character in your level area and swap it out with this card, or send this to the waiting room, or send this to your memory. This is absolutely insane. I could have just done it with this first couple effects and it would have been fine, but giving this the choice of what else to do with it is pretty damn good. And this card is a legal target for the Yugiri. The other effects kind of seem a little weird. Like, why would you want to swap this out in your level zone? All of this will make sense a whole lot later, so let's keep going. Won't Give Up Sakura is a level 0 bomb, and on play, ditch a card, salvage the event. Usually cards that salvage events only have that as the effect and a 2k5 body, so giving this Sakura a bomb effect adds more utility than this card than what it would usually have. On the way home, Sakura states that when one of your other character's battle opponents is reversed, you give 500 power to a character. And this card actually has 2 brainstorm effects. Pay 1, rest itself. Brainstorm 5, and if you hit the event, you salvage. Or pay 1, rest 2 characters, salvaging brainstorm. That is absolutely insane. You could tap this, brainstorm the events, and then you could tap 2 of your other characters and brainstorm using the climaxes. So you're most likely gonna hit the events and the climaxes as well. You know, there's almost equal amounts. To make up for the event brainstorm, because you're only running 7 as opposed to 8, they're giving you an extra card to brainstorm. So instead of 4, it's gonna be 5. So depending on the situation, you're most likely gonna be hitting your brainstorm every single time. How many times have you used a brainstorm to go through your deck, even though you know you do not have any climaxes in your deck? Now you could go through more cards because this is going to be 5, so you'll get through your deck a whole lot quicker. And you have a secondary valid target for those brainstorms. Again, if you know you're out of climaxes, all right, I'm not going to pay 1 rest 2. I'm going to pay 1 rest itself so I could still potentially plus. This is absolutely amazing. And its first effect is fine too. I forgot it even had a first effect. I feel like a lot of us players are going to forget that she has a first effect. So for the cultivation of all of that, here we go. Franchushu's number 1, Sakura. She gains 4k5 power on the turn she is played from hand, and on play from hand, if you have 2 or less cards in your memory shoot a Franchushu Sakura from your waiting room into your memory. And when this card reverses an opponent in battle, on the turn it is played from your hand, you could pay 1. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, add a character or an event, then you ditch the rest. So it is an on reverse, pay 1, top check 2, add. It's not even on a climax combo. Not even on a climax combo. That is nuts. Franchushu Sakura states that the turn that this is placed on stage from your hand, this gains 2k power and climax combo. When you play Relaxing in Home Close, which, side note, is the same climax as the level 3 from last week, this card gains the following ability. On reverse, salvage, and if you have 2 or less cards in your memory, you could send this to your memory. Best Life Sakura states that at the start of your attack phase, if you have Revenge of Fates in your waiting room, all of your characters gain 2k power until the end of your opponent's turn. In Climax combo, memory, and experience, when you play the exact same climax combo from the previous 2 cards, if you have another character and the event in your level zone, you could pay 1. Top check cards from the top of your opponent's deck equal to the amount of the 1/0 Sakuras that you have in your memory. Rearrange them in any order and mill whatever you don't like. The climax is a 1k1 and a gate when triggered. If you need a refresher on what the 3/2 Sakura does, this is what she does. So when we were seeing the Data Live reveals for the very first time, we were given the 3/2 Kurumis and we were all collectively like, wow, this is super good. And then the supporter cards came out and we all collectively lost our minds on how good it was. This is in the exact same boat. I have no words on how amazing this combo is. So I'm gonna try. First of all, you're tripling up on climaxes, not doubling up, because that's a little too old now. We're tripling up, but you want to have those Sakuras in your memory, so you're most likely going to be running a secondary level 1 combo and having the 3/2 Sakuras as your main, because you don't want to mess with that. It is nice that we have another way to send the Sakuras to the memories without its card effect, but there has to be a way to abuse this. 2 cannot be the max. Unless it is, then hey, you know what? It's still pretty good though. Imagine top checking 4 of your opponent's deck. At that point, you're not even worried about the Sakura burn. I'm gonna hit you for 3 and it's gonna stick because I said so. And like I mentioned in this video over here about the Okayu, cards that take out that randomization, that RNG of Weiss Schwarz, are extremely good. Now, what is balanced is that this is only going to be for 1 card. So as of now, we could only get 2 in the memory. So top check 2. You hit for 3 with a Sakura without playing her climax cost because there's kind of no need to do it. The reason is because you're probably going to be fine. You could still by all means use it as a just in case, but most likely if you get rid of any climaxes, it's probably gonna stick. From there, you let it ride with the res because she is that good. Sakura appears to be a red-blue build, so we're gonna have to wait and see what other blue level 1 combo there is gonna be, and if it even has like hella synergy with these other cards. You can play standby, but we do not know if there's a standby combo at a level 1, because that Yugiri actually does kind of sound like a standby combo effect. Because if there is a standby combo at a level 1, you could bring out that level 2, toss it in the back row, and then during your attack phase, everybody gains 2k power cross turn. And, you know, if you have the event in your waiting room, probably going to be there. And from there, you can use your 1-0 Sakuras with the climax combo to shoot themselves to the memory. That way, you're going to be covered from all memory effects for this card. Oh man, there has to be a way to send more cards to the memory. There just has to be. I absolutely love this effect. And for the people that are complaining that this is oppressive, that this is too good, shut up. You all play Data Live. All of a sudden, we have standard. The people that are complaining about this card just really don't want to be cheesed out of a win. You play Data Live, you deserve to be cheesed out of a win. I may sound bitter because I am. Fuck it, I love Zombieland Saga. If y'all try to take this away from me, I'm gonna... This is in line with the character as well. She is the glue that is holding the group together, and through all adversity and everything going wrong, she pulls everyone together to finish whatever challenge is in her group's way, and that is the role of a center in an idol group. With that being said, if the meta's gonna burn, I'm up for the ride. And on that note, Sakura, we're gonna end today's video. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Weiss Schwarz news and content. Shout out to all my channel members over here that are gonna help me go to Japan. And shout out to the newest channel member, Remu. Thank you all for the support. I'll catch you all later.